Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Life Stripes with Kathy and Duke. And today we want to talk about COVID-19.
We're back on that again, yes.
All right, so we're back. COVID-19, stage 3. Most of Ontario is on stage 3. I don't think anybody's left on stage 2. Things are back. I'm seeing a lot of posts. People are back in the gym. They're enjoying life. Malls are open.
Yes.
Restaurants are open. I actually went down to the distillery district.
You did?
I went down there to.
Wow.
Yeah, I went down there to do some photography.
Okay.
Down there.
Because I know you were really nervous about all this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to touch anything, man. I've got the wipes. I've got the hand sanitizers. I've got many masks.
You only need one, but okay.
From Gucci to Louis Vuitton.
Oh Lord, or whatever. Yeah.
Every outfit has a mask ready for it,
right?
Because that's the new normal. But
I mean, this is the thing. As much as they are open, you do have to wear your mask. So
sure, yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm seeing people in these restaurants sitting down, and everybody's got their mask when they're talking to their server and stuff like that, right? So it seems like it's doing well. Restaurants are happy. Things are back open, right? But the question remains: Are we going to get a second wave of this? Do you feel that we're going to get another wave of this? Do you think that we're ready for stage 3? Did we open too soon? What do you feel?
Well, I think psychologically, a lot of people are ready to get back to normal. It's just as long as people maintain the mask rule. And it for me, it was always all or none. Because if some people were doing it and some people weren't doing it, it just wasn't going to work. You know what I mean? But now that when you're walking into an establishment, you have to wear a mask, I feel a little bit safer, a little bit more protected, because then I know that when people are talking, I'm not getting their droplets all over, my groceries that I now have to buy. I mean, I'm going to wash them anyway, but that's not the point. So now I can get my stuff, pick up my cereal boxes and all that sort of thing, knowing that they're maybe a little safer, a little cleaner, and I don't have that. The possibility of contamination is a little bit less. Does that make sense? Because everybody is wearing a mask. And so I think as long as we can maintain that, then we have a really good chance of, stage 3 really doing well in stage 3, to be honest with you, and not reverting back to a stage 2. But the bigger thing for me is, having school-aged children at 8 and 10 years old, and also you have a grandson, I don't know if he goes to daycare, but that to me is I'm not too sure about these kids. I want my kids, back in school, trust me. But this is a hard one. This is a tough one.
I think that's going to be the challenge come September, right? And I mean, we're like 3.5 weeks away from schools being back open, and yes, they are saying that kids are going to go back to school. I believe it's a certain age group that's going to be wearing masks.
10 and up. I believe. Yeah.
But I mean, let's face it, man. Kids don't do the greatest job of cleaning their hands and not putting their hands in their eye and their face and stuff like that. So that to me is really concerning for parents that do have younger kids, especially the ones that go to daycare too, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know how I feel about. I don't feel comfortable if I was a parent to send my kids back to schools at this point.
But then what do? We all have to work, and it was already a bit of a strain.
I know, that's the thing. I know it's a catch-22. It's really hard to say, because parents have their jobs to do, and they got to do certain things to take care of the household. But at the end of the day, I mean, if kids get it and they bring it back home, or maybe kids are asymptomatic and you don't, you're just carrying it, but you're not feeling the symptoms, and you bring it home, we can get this whole thing started back again. So
this is it.
School starts back.
And this is the whole thing, because there are parents who may have to actually physically go back to work, where the work from home thing, it might be part-time working from home and part-time working in the office. So you still have to make provisions for that. And then I have an 8-year-old who technically doesn't have to wear a mask, but then I have a 10-year-old that does. They're still coming back to the same house, so let's say my 8-year-old picks it up from someone and brings it home and I pass it on to my mother, and you're absolutely right. That becomes an issue. And listen, let's not get it twisted here. Kids are getting really sick and some are dying, not as many as, the older people, but this is all still very scary because
and
we don't
every
know.
day there's reports of new cases. So I mean, the cases, yes, have dropped dramatically, but I also don't honestly believe some of the numbers, to be honest, because I know that there's people out there that they've gotten it and they've never gotten checked.
That's right.
They just know that they have it, because at the end of the day, people are feeling like, well, even if I get checked and you're not giving me anything for it, you're not treating me for it, so you're just sending me home. So and I hear the people are saying that when they get tested, that swab is very painful.
Yeah, it's because it's going all the way up in your nose hole. Yeah.
And is that the only way they can check for it?
So far, at this time,
Wow.
Nasopharyngeal. Yep, they shove that right up there. Wow. And I think they have to hold it for like 10 seconds or something. So it's very uncomfortable. And they're doing it in kids, babies, everybody, same test.
Yeah.
So it's challenging. But, I from the beginning, I just assume everybody has it. I figure if you assume everybody has it, you take the necessary precautions to keep yourself safe. Whether it's washing hands all the time, keeping your mask on, definitely keeping your distance from people. Take your mask off when you're eating, that sort of thing. Because my kids are like, well, how are we supposed to eat? Fair question. Well, obviously you take the mask off and then you put it right back on, sanitize your hands. And the other thing about sanitizer, I think it gives people a false sense of protection. Sanitizer is only until you can actually get to soap and water.
It's only to wash your hands. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So
and even with the mask,
with the sanitizer,
I see a lot of people wearing the mask, like not even covering their nose. It's just like,
I know,
right? So it's like,
I don't get that.
That's not doing anything for you either.
No.
And as I go on my walks every morning, I see a lot of people just littering with these masks. Like they're all over the city.
And gloves. Seen a lot of gloves.
I get it. We're in a pandemic, but the garbage is just right there. Like
some people are just nasty. Some people are just nasty.
Here?
Yeah.
Clean up the city.
I agree. At the end of the day, it's about keeping yourself safe, keeping your family safe. I think we've been saying that. Everybody's been saying that. And now that we are opened up, I know I don't love wearing a mask. I'm gonna be honest. I don't love it, but I respect the rule. And there are a lot of people who don't like wearing masks and are not respecting the rule. And it's causing a lot of problems. People are getting into some serious, arrested, beat up, whatever the case, which I find fascinating.
I don't like it that much either, but I get it. And sometimes I find myself, like, if I do have to run into a store, I get out of my car and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot my mask.
You gotta run back. Yep. So, been there, done that. Gas station for sure. Yeah.
So I get it, but I mean, it is a rule. It is for your best health, your safety, your family's safety, your friend's safety. Just wear the mask.
Yeah.
I don't even know why people are fighting. And I see people are fighting in stores. They want to get in the store. The security guards say, hey, no, you can't come in here. Yeah. And they're like, getting into like physical altercations because they don't want to wear a mask. Like, come on, man.
Fascinating to me. I'm like, I just don't get it.
Don't be the donkey of the day. Come on, put on your mask.
Right, exactly. And the quicker that everybody follows and is compliant to the rules, the faster we're going to realize just how far we are away from the nonsense, and how much progress we've actually made. Yeah. So everybody just needs to follow the rule. Like, stop trying to be fabulous and special. Just put your damn mask on, make it look cute, do what you do, and like you said, coordinate it with your outfits, get a bunch of them, and it's a new fashion trend.
And I get it. We've been in this lockdown since March.
Yeah.
We're now in August, and summer's almost over. People are still, getting together, having little functions at their house or other functions wherever they can get it. But I mean, at the same time, let's practice social distancing.
Yeah.
Let's not have big parties. I've seen people, on the news, like big parties being posted, getting big fines. Like, it's not worth it.
No. Like, I think we're up to 100 people. Are we up to 100 people outside?
I think
50 people inside.
But you still have to do your social
distancing. Yeah.
And when it's inside, it's a limit of 10, right? So
is it 10? Okay, that's 10.
Yeah, it's still 10. Yeah. So let's be careful. Let's be cautious. Let's be safe out there. So for people out there planning birthday parties and get-togethers, just make sure you're practicing the social distancing, because it's really important, and you don't want to get that hefty fine.
You do not want to get that fine, that's for sure. Yeah, keep yourself safe, keep all of us safe. Everybody needs to just do their part, and let's get through this together. It's the same message, but we just hope people really, really take heed, because we want to be in phase 3 and move on. You know, with the mask, I was saying to, I can't remember who I was saying to, one of my friends, imagine somebody walking out your door, I don't know, in January with a mask on. People are like, what? Are they crazy? Who the hell is this? Right?
I know.
Now you don't have a mask on. I'm like, who is this, and why aren't you wearing a mask? Like, it's just amazing how literally a month changed everything.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Wow.
Now a mask is a part of your new normal, right?
Yeah. You know, how long is this going to last? I don't know.
I mean, even when we get to the new year, think about it. When we get to a New Year's 2021, even if you are having some kind of celebration at your house, or there's, hopefully by that time, you know, you're allowed to do something at a club.
I wouldn't even.
I don't club anyways, but I mean, for people who want to, think about it. You'll be thinking about your attire, and
a mask,
and you'll be coordinating with a mask. Like, that's going to be the new normal.
Yeah. Right? Everything's going to be a masquerade party. You know, with a mask instead of a mask this way as opposed to that way. Yeah.
Easy. Just to think about that. Go back to work when jobs are like, okay, everybody back to work, and you're like, okay, let me get my nice suit on. Oh, make sure this mask is coordinated with my tie.
I love it. I love it. New normal.
Yeah.
You know, that's the one thing about life, is if you are not flexible, you got a problem.
Yeah.
You have to be flexible in this life. And this is one of those times, if ever, where you have to just be flexible and just kind of go with the flow and know that you're doing it for the betterment of everybody. You know, you're not singled out. Nobody's, you know, pointing at you saying no, it's all of us. And if we all do it, then shouldn't be much of a problem.
I've noticed even with myself, like I've noticed how much less I touch my face. And it's like, you know what I mean?
Guilty.
Before
I still do.
Always touching my face or something, but now
Yeah.
like, as soon as I touch anything, I'm even when I'm in my own house and I'm by myself, I'm still
washing.
So it's crazy.
Yeah. But it's okay, because that's a habit
right now.
But it's a habit you're forming, and it's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, I've always washed my hands anyways, but now I'm like hand soaps are like quick rotation now.
Yeah.
I'm constantly going to you know, No Frills or somewhere to buy more hand soap. Like, it's crazy. Hand soap is like
that's
cost has gone up.
Yeah, well, the cost of everything now has gone up with all the precautions we have to take, but
yeah, for sure.
It is what it is, you know. Yeah. So I say as final words, there's everybody stay safe. You must be compliant in order for us to push forward and be rid of this COVID-19 once and for all. Don't know how long it's going to continue for, but as long as we do what we need to do collectively as a community, then I think we should be okay. People are flying now. You know, of course, airports are taking extra precautions when you land. I know you have to get the COVID test within a short window of time before you travel, which is great. And then I think when you come back to Toronto, same thing. Either you have it done or you're going back into quarantine. So everybody will go back into that. Sure. Yeah, go back into quarantine. Don't think that you're going to come and go grocery shopping. So please make sure all of that is done for you. Stay away from the stores if you're coming back from travel, please. We beg you. Because we just don't want this to continue to spread. And at some point, something's got to give, you know, and if you do all those things, it really just means you're very selfish, and that's not okay.
I say it's stage 3 for everybody. Just still practice safe caution.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Responsible, and throw away your damn mask if you're done with them, please.
Yeah, in the garbage, not on the floor, not on the ground, right?
Partner. Well, this has been another episode of Life Stripes with Kathy and Duke. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Tell your friends. Peace.